Welcome back, Miami Hurricane fans. Hit that like and subscribe if you like this video. Just today, we're going to be going over something quick because I'm very excited about this season. If you haven't seen it yet, there's just basically 5 words that Cory Heatherman has said on his Twitter or in an interview that kind of give you chills for what this season is going to be like, because we have the players now. Every player that we have is very talented. It just needs the right coaching to allow us to get over that hump. And he basically said, we are going to be aggressive, which that's what we've been waiting for. You know, it's the Hurricanes used to be like that with the turnover chain and doing all of those little celebrations for getting interceptions and all that stuff. And when Cory Heatherman said that, it made me realize that, you know, as the question says, are we going to be a 10-plus win team, college playoff and all that stuff? Hell yeah. Honestly, if I could really tell you, I mean, we have all the talent in the world. It would have to be a monstrous just dive off the nose end. And I understand we need to see what takes place during the season, but, you know, having Cory Heatherman, top Big Ten defensive coordinator, his defense is very aggressive. They have a smash mouth mentality, and him himself is just that type of guy. You know, that leader in the room, like he can command, you know, the authority over men. He is that guy. He definitely has the respect from everybody in that locker room. And then when it comes to the offense, you know, there's rumblings about he's a Texas wide receiver that had a lot of potential. Forgot his name. Wow. I totally forgot his name, but we might go after him. But even just having C.J. Daniels added to this team along with the other receivers, and then, you know, everybody's talking about Carson Beck's elbow. The thing is I think we're making a bigger deal than what it actually is. Plenty of people have had this surgery. They come back, they're fine. And the thing is that they would not have, number one, signed him to a $4 million deal if they knew that he wasn't going to be ready in time. You wouldn't go for that quarterback. And honestly, they probably had talkings around, you know, Carson Beck's people and all that stuff, kind of figuring that he was going to do this, because the way that he got snatched up by Miami, that really wasn't something that's just like, oh, he hit the transfer portal, oh, he already signed with Miami because they went over there quicker than everybody else. No. Carson Beck had been talking probably to Mario Cristobal. He was wondering what was happening. Carson probably said he doesn't think that he wants to go to the draft this year because he didn't have a great year. And Mario, just like he did with Cam Ward, probably was like, hey, come over here. We'll get you to a number 1 draft pick overall, or you know, a top first-round draft pick overall if you just come here for 1 more year. It's not like they just, boom, he signed with Miami after like 5 minutes or it was like basically like 3 hours after hitting the transfer portal, just signed with Miami. There's no way that happens unless you were continually talking to him. So they wouldn't have done that if they didn't think that he was going to be ready. So having Carson Beck on this team, like I said, the offense, you know, with Jordan Lyle in the running back room that we have, is not really going to take a step back, like maybe a miniature one, because Cam Ward was a one-of-one type of talent, but Carson Beck is going to bring a very good offense to this team. And honestly, like I said, even his down year this year, he still had very, very high potential moments. Like I said, the Alabama game, him coming back in that game after throwing those things, that's something that you want to see. Now, of course, the interceptions need to be taken care of, but that's why you come to this offense. That's what Cristobal and this offense is good at. It's good at spreading out and just getting the open guy. Which the thing is, you know, again, Carson Beck, he's not fast, but he's not slow. He can do it. He can definitely make this offense a very, very high threat offense. So again, when we kind of combine all this stuff, I think we have another. It's really going to be similar to last year, basically with Cam Ward, with Carson Beck, and this new squad. The thing that I can honestly say is that we might have a higher ceiling this year, because yes, Cam Ward is going to be a quarterback that we might not have for a very long time, if ever again. You know, that was a one-of-one type of thing, like to see this dude play. But the offense is not going to really drop off that far. But the difference is that Cam Ward, the defense that he had, it was atrocious. Like, it was probably the worst defense I've ever seen for the University of Miami. Like, it was awful. Like, it just, they had no clue what they were doing any of the time. And now having Cory Heatherman, it's going to bring a different feel to this team where, when we've been watching the Hurricanes, it's like, of course, typical Hurricane things. Typically was always the defense carrying the team, and then the offense would do okay and would struggle against good teams. We never really had that offense that could balance everything out. And then, of course, we get Cam Ward, and then we have the worst defense that we've ever had. So what I see with this season is that obviously getting Carson Beck and having CJ Daniels playing a big role in this offense, along with the other younger receivers, Jordan Lau probably taking over the backfield and running for 1,000 yards. The difference is this is probably going to be the most balanced team that we've had since like the 90s. I'm not trying to put too much potential on this, but this is going to be a very balanced team. You're going to have a very aggressive defense that's probably going to force a lot of turnovers. And then you're going to have an offense that's going to score a lot of points, which is going to be crazy dangerous. And like I said, they had talks with Carson Beck. There's no way that he just transfers over here, after nothing. You clearly were in contact with him, even if it's illegal or not legal or whatever it is. They clearly were talking to him, and he clearly told them that, the whole entire wrist and elbow situation and what he wanted to do. So when you look at this team, this is going to be the most balanced Hurricane team. Run game, wide receivers, having the quarterback, the offensive line, even though we lost Tripp and a couple of the others, they got back offensive linemen. They got the guy from TCU. This offensive line is going to be legit just like it was this year. And then having the defense, getting Poyser at safety, getting Carnley at corner, still having Ruben Bain and, I think it's going to be a common thing that I forget this guy's name. The other edge rusher Mark Barron. No, that's a safety, I'm pretty sure. I think it was Mark Barron. Might be Mark Barron. Tell me in the comments down below. Having these guys with, an actual defensive coordinator that can teach you techniques and skills, it's going to be the most balanced team that we've had for a very long time. And I think there's a high ceiling for this team. Do I think they're a playoff push team? 100%. I think if we play up to the potential that we have, this team can really make a run this year, better than the one with Cam Ward, because just specifically having that defensive coordinator, he's going to change this team around. Being able to do this with Minnesota, where, he was stopping like Penn State, he's going to be able to do it with better talent over in the University of Miami. So we'll see what happens. As always, guys, all about you. Let me know in the comments down below what you think about this video. Do you think we're going to be a 10+ win playoff push team? All about you. Love you all. Peace.